All right, recorder is running. Hey, I want to thank everybody for being here. And for those who don't know, this is Rick. I run and operate the Hit Run Candlesticks room, and appreciate all the members being here. If there's any members from Right Way Options or BYOB Trading, thank you very much for being here yourselves. I love seeing everybody here, so thank you very much. Let's see here. So let's talk about the market real quick. Then we're going to talk about some charts and some chart patterns. That's the whole purpose of tonight, is chart patterns. And you know, there's really, well, we'll get into that later. Let's talk about the market. I'm 100% completely bullish. Somebody said today to me in the room, they said just a couple weeks ago I was bearish, and I put this chart up right here. And I said, well, anytime it's green, I'm bullish. Anytime it's red, I'm bearish. It's that simple. It's like 1, 2, 3. You know, it's like whack-a-mole. Just when the mole raises its head up, just whack it. That game, you know, it's pretty fun to play the game. It's pretty much mindless. It's a no-brainer how to play it. And this game is the same way. When it's green, it's bullish. When it's red, it's bearish. So, yeah, a couple weeks ago, you bet. When we were red, see right there? Absolutely. Until it changes. Red light, you're right, Malcolm. Red light, green light. Pretty simple, yeah. Yeah, pretty simple. So, right now, needless to say, I'm 100% bullish until we're not. And something thanks, Ed. Here, I'll talk about that in just a second. Red, there we go. What I want to look at is price is above the T-line. T-line is above the trend indicator, okay? Now, let's don't worry about that orange line. Let's just worry about this blue one right here. The blue one is the 50-period moving average. When we're above the 50, that's a bonus. That's a bonus, okay? Because we can actually be bullish and still be below the 50-period moving average. Just using that little trend combination right there. That little trend combination, okay? So that's all I'm looking for is follow the trend, price, the T-line, the trend indicator. And now from there, we'll look at some price patterns, and that's kind of what we're going to do tonight. Entry points using, you know, price patterns. We'll get there. All right. And I want to talk about what Ed just put up there. And members, any members here of Hit and Run Candlesticks and Right Way Options and BYOB, please don't pay attention to this, okay? You're a member. Something special for you is coming. So don't sign up for anything, okay? Do me a favor, don't do that. We'll just have to credit your money back. For those that are not members, if you're interested, here on whatever the date, June 2nd, that's a Sunday at 5 p.m., I'll be conducting a training class. Fast Track Trading Workshop is what it is. This is a list of what we'll be covering, and then there's a lot of other things. We had to shorten the list just to get it on the paper, to be honest with you. So there'll be more to it, more in detail. The list price on it is $638.12. It's $288. It also includes 3 months membership if you're interested. There has been an email sent to you, so you have it in your email as well. So, like I say, if you're interested, please feel free to sign up. If you have questions, ask me questions. Tonight might not be the best place for too many questions on that, only because this tonight is dedicated to something else. But certainly, if you have a few, then we can do that, okay? Or you can click that link there that Ed posted. Thank you very much, Ed. I appreciate that. It really is a good deal. Basically, it's 3 months membership, and the class is free, is what it amounts to. Do the math, and that's what it is. So, Anyway, if you're interested, a lot of good stuff. It'll be recorded for you. You'll get an all materials copy of the PowerPoint program and everything. So, all right, let's get back to our task at hand here, okay? So I'm very, very bullish on the market. And I was asked yesterday, maybe it was yesterday, yeah. I always get asked this, about what about the election? This is the one yesterday. How will the election affect the market? And my answer was simply, I don't know and I don't care. It's just that. All we're doing is following the chart. What difference does it make on the election? I hear people say, well, on an election year, this happens or that happens. You're still following the chart, okay? So I guess what I'm trying to say is check everything at the door and trade the chart. Now, if you trade fundamentals, put fundamentals in it. If you do that, I've got nothing against that. I don't particularly do that for short-term swing trading. It's all about the chart. It's all about price action, the trend, and momentum, okay? It's that simple. Like Malcolm said, red light, green light. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. I've found the more I complicate it, the worse I become at trading. I find that a lot. So anyway, yeah, it'll move. Yeah, the market will move. Market's also going to move because NVIDIA reports tomorrow. The market will also move because the sun comes up tomorrow. So we'll see what direction. Trade the trend. Let's take a look at the Qs. The Qs just flat rocketed today. Go Qs. Just zip. Man, that is looking pretty good here. Again, still bullish on the market, still bullish on the charts. If we take a look at the diamonds, okay, a little wonky today on the diamonds. A little wonky yesterday. We still need to get through this top right here. But overall, the trend is still there. Price is still above the T-line. T-line is above the trend indicator. Trend indicator is above the 50-period moving average. Bada boom, bada bang. Everything is working. I'm going to remove this orange line. This thing getting in my way. It's just the 34 EMA. There we go. All right. Take a look at IWM, and that is bullish. I get a lot of questions about IWM. IWM is going to fail. IWM is not looking very good. What's bad about IWM? What's bad about it? Let's look at a weekly chart. What's bad about that chart? Let's see here. Let's do this. It's like some folks just want to find crap wrong with the world. What's wrong with IWM? Look at that weekly chart. Beautiful base. Look at that breakout. Doing exactly what you'd want some chart to do. Take away IWM, take away the small caps, take away, well, they're going to do bad because of interest rates maybe. Don't know what that is. You don't know what this chart is. Pretend you don't know. And you would love this chart. In fact, you would look at this chart and you would say, man, give me a breakout and rock and roll, right? Everybody would do that. But what happens is we start looking for things because we want things to be wrong. It's the nature of human beings. It really is. So, SMH. SMH is killing it. SMH is what's keeping us up because if you look at SMH, you need to look at IYT. If you look at IYT, you need to look at SMH. Back in the day, IYT is all there was. Now, I don't know if there's any traders in here that's young buckaroos, young folk. I mean, really young folk. And you probably don't really pay attention to the transport. But there was a day when the transports was pretty darn important to the market. Pretty darn important. And the boss, yeah. Well, all of a sudden came along computers, and the whole, the electronic world, and SMH became just as important. SMH is the same as the transports years ago. So nowadays, when you look at the transports, you need to look at SMH. For you youngsters out there that all of a sudden, oh, I didn't know this. If you look at SMH, because that's kind of the new thing, well, make sure you look at transports, because the transports still carry a pretty good sized bat, believe me. And the transports are doing horrible, absolutely horrible. I look at them every day, a couple times a day, because if the market is not careful, it could have a hiccup, and transports are already to the downside. So we want to watch this. Be very, very careful. On the other hand, again, I'm not bullish on the transports till the transports are bullish. Please note that price is below the T-line. T-line's below the trend indicator. Bearish, okay? So if this change, and it could happen, it could change tomorrow. Who knows? We could have a candle that looks like that. It's possible. I don't think it's likely, but it's possible. then that would put the transports back in bullish mode along with SMH, and folks, we're headed higher. It's that simple. Okay, so yes, Daryl, I have looked at the SOX, SOX. Yes, yeah, very similar to SMH. Yeah, I'm an SMH follower. You might follow. Was it SOXX or something like that? Might follow that. Either way, it's like me. I follow the SPY. Some people ask, well, why don't you follow the S&Ps? Different ice cream bar for different people, but in the end, we're all getting ice cream. So, all right. Let's see. I want to start off tonight. I want to share some positions I'm in. I'll share them all, not a problem. And I want to talk about them, and I can talk about some positions I closed out as well, because that's the way I think I can talk best about the chart patterns that I look at. And the chart patterns that I look at, it doesn't necessarily mean that's the chart pattern everybody should look at. Doesn't mean that at all. There's 1,000 different ways to trade, and they're all right. The wrong way to trade, there is a wrong way to trade, okay? And the wrong way is, if this is your account right here, the wrong way to trade is, this is the baseline of your account. And you make a little money, and all of a sudden you lose. And this is what happens, okay? And we can go back and forth. That's the wrong way to trade. So whatever you're doing, if this is what your account is doing, it's wrong. If this is what your account is doing, whatever you're doing it right. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. It just does not matter. So for the folks that's doing it wrong, maybe this will be helpful. For the folks that are doing it right, maybe there'll be something you like here. Again, there's 1,000 different ways to trade, 10,000 different ways, and the right way for you is, one, it has to make sense to you, and if you are making some money, okay, making some money here. Let's see, Joel's throwing Rivian out. Yeah, I'm in Rivian right now too. I'm in Rivian, and no, it's not doing very well right now, Joel. Not at all. And I bought it yesterday. Yesterday, because of this day right here. Okay, because of this doji bullish engulf. And this is a good one to start with, I guess. We can start here. So, Rivian puts in a bottom. This is something I'm going to look for, chart pattern wise. And we started rolling up, and we became a rounded bottom breakout. Rounded bottom breakout is one of my favorite chart setups, patterns. That's like the broad side of the pattern. And then here we come down a doji in this bullish engulf, and I bought it on the inside day yesterday, right in here. Yeah, it's down a little bit today, no doubt about it. I'm still holding it. Bottom line, we need those bulls to come back in there. If we get down below this low right here, that could be a problem nobody wants. So we'll be watching that pretty closely, okay? But they are doomed if you do not try again. Not sure what you mean there, Sammy. I kind of lost me on that one. All right, so let's look at some of these. Here's some things I bought well, let's start with what I bought today. I bought some Tesla today. All right. So one of the things I like here is, let me see if I can do this. See how we put in this bottom right in here, and then we went up right there. Some people call that a pop out of the box in the room, and that's what I would call it too, or a flag, or just consolidation, but right there. And so I bought some Tesla. Well, now let's keep working this chart the other way, okay? So if we come over here, if we, let's see, do it like this. We've got a shoulder here, head here, shoulder here, inverted head and shoulder. This inverted head and shoulder, along with a bullish W pattern, is absolutely my favorite reversal pattern. I have studied candlesticks for a long time. And I guess one could say a pattern started or maybe was ignited by a candlestick, but I don't believe it was that candlestick necessarily that brought in the bigger buyers. I think it's more of a chart pattern, which consists of candlesticks. So we could probably argue about this all day long and not get anywhere. And both of us could probably be right. So it's just in my mind that while it may be something like this, candlesticks gap up, a couple of dojis, a star down here that may have started it, but I think it's the chart pattern that keeps us going. So here we come up, we pull back, we settle in, and now the bulls start coming in. After all the excitement here, now the bulls start coming in. The smart bulls, as far as I'm concerned. This is also a rounded bottom breakout, which is the bigger picture. The broader picture here. And it's within inside that picture we get the price action and the chart pattern. So to keep it simple, here we've got this inverted head and shoulders. We came down and then we popped up and then went sideways. That right there. And then the bulls came in. We broke out of that high. That was a signal that the bulls are happy with it, I guess. Some might say, well, that's the alert that's where it alerted right through that area. Now that doesn't mean that somebody couldn't have bought it early, or even on these days I didn't. I like to say I bought it today. Okay, so this is one chart that has that setup that I look for. I think it's a very good setup. I think it's a healthy setup. It's paid for itself time and time again. Believe me, there are times when it doesn't work either. All right, it's just the way it is. Let me give you an example. NVIDIA reports tomorrow, okay? So if NVIDIA was to report poorly, or it doesn't matter what they report, if the market thinks poorly and the market starts to tank, move down hard, well, believe me, this is going to move down hard too. It could move down to the point of failing. So not every chart pattern works. You also have to, consider the overall market. And that's something I'm very big on, is consider the overall market when you're trading. It's like a couple people in our trading room today were kind of snuggling up to a couple of shorts, and maybe they took the shorts. And honestly, my comment is, why are you shorting in a bullish market? That makes no sense to me. Unless you just like to pick bar fights. I mean, if you want to pick a bar fight, okay, go ahead. I've got friends that do that. I'm not one of those guys to pick a bar fight. But I've got friends that do. And, well, not nowadays, but back in the day. And but if you want to pick a bar fight, pick a bar fight. It's okay. It's like if the market is really going down, there's people that are fighting the long side. Their argument is, I don't short. Well, why don't you not trade for a few days? Anyway, another chart that I bought today, AMAT. I bought this today. Not exactly this. I bought AMAT. There it is. I bought AMAT today. So here's another chart pattern. We have to well, first of all, consider the trend. Look how bullish that trend is. Let's go to a weekly chart. Look how bullish that is. And for somebody that's a bit anal before you say anything, you can see the red right there. Well, it's not bullish there. Just take a step back. Take a step back and just take a gander at that chart. That chart is about as bullish as it gets. Okay, so don't pick a bar fight here. Look at that. That is a very bullish chart, trending. Very nice chart. We love the trend. All right. Now, so we come up here and make this top. Boom, clear top. We pull back. Sometimes pullbacks is a way to bring new money in. That's what pullbacks are. When we have pullbacks and they rally up, I think of that as new money coming in, smart money, the money that buys on discounts. Now, I've got to be honest. I'm not smart enough to buy down here. That's not my game. It's just not that's not my jam. I know people that do that. They do very well sometimes, and sometimes they don't do very well. But either way, that's not my jam. So here we come popping up. Now, if I had any good sense, I would have bought this right in here. But I didn't. I wasn't smart enough. I didn't have the sense to do that. So what happens is here we broke, because this would have been a perfect area to buy. So, but instead, what happens is we broke out. We held above these highs, and here we pulled back and put in this big candle. Okay, so I eyeballed this. I put it on my watch list. It's there. And then today, when I saw toward the end of the day, because I went on a buying spree at the end of the day, when I saw that this was holding up on an inside day, I took the buy. Now, a lot of you may have heard and seen me talk about the buy box. That would be a perfect buy box scenario right there. I bought right in this area here. So one of the things that I think about when a stock breaks out and holds is, why did it hold? Now, I don't, there's all kinds of little things we ask ourselves in the market, and we come up with answers. Like, why is the market slow on a given day? Well, you look down the road a couple of days. Well, we're waiting for those numbers. Okay, I mean, if that's what we want to believe, okay. I don't disbelieve that. I don't believe it. I could care less about that. So but we always come up with these little things, right? And it's like me. I've come up with a little thing. Why is it holding here? Well, in my mind, it's holding here because the bulls, the smart money, sees it going higher. That's why they buy it right here. That's why it's holding up. That's why no one's selling it, is because they think it's worth more money. And when it's worth more money, that's how they make money. So what the bulls that are buying it here, what they're betting on is that it moves up higher. So a breakout that holds. Now, along with that, notice how we went up and we pulled back. Now, a lot of you have probably heard, we've talked about the 3/8 trap till we're blue in the face. And that's what this is. It's a 3/8 trap entry right here. Basically, that's below the 3 EMA, above the T-line. But truthfully, all you have to do is buy close to the T-line, and that's kind of where that is. So I hope that makes sense. If anyone has any questions, please ask away, okay? See, Malcolm, you didn't buy it back there because it had earnings. I just bought it today, this afternoon, and you keep your powder dry to buy NVIDIA before earnings. We'll get to NVIDIA because I did buy NVIDIA. Oh, it's the next one up. I'm just walking up the list here. So NVIDIA, let's look at NVIDIA. So here's NVIDIA. I did buy NVIDIA today. It's interesting. It really is. There's a lot of folks in the trading room that don't say anything, kind of quiet, they just sit back. And you do something like buy NVIDIA, and all of a sudden, it brings out a lot of people. What the hell? You're buying and it has earnings. Yep, I bought it and it has earnings. And then the price of it, of course, that's kind of crazy, pretty expensive. I had one person PM me today, why are you buying this? It hasn't broken out. I just felt like buying it. It's a great looking chart, and, we'll see. It may be the worst decision I ever made on earth. It could be a really good decision. I know going in, after market here, I'm up 2% in it. I only bought 2 contracts, which represents $375. Not anything to write home about, but it's on the right side of the tracks right now. So all is good there. So here's NVIDIA. We pop up, and when we see a bottom like this, this is a nice little bottom. It really is. Let's draw another line on this. If we take from this candle to those candles right there, you can see that once again we have shoulder, head, shoulder. I love this as a reversal pattern. I absolutely do. And so this and a bullish W pattern also. So here we pop up, we move sideways. We're doing everything that we would want to see in a bullish chart right now. Up, sideways, up, sideways, up, rest, up, rest. What I'm looking for is another up, and we'll look for another rest, okay? So anyway, chart-wise, I hope that makes sense, what I'm doing here. I want to do this too. If you ever, we could probably do that with NVIDIA. I really didn't want to do that, but okay. Let's just take NVIDIA here, all right? Now, any bullish chart you're looking at, what I'm talking about on a bullish chart, by the way, is a chart when you look at your screen, just like this. When you look at your screen and there's price action on the lower left of your screen, and there's price action on the upper right of your screen. And then if you draw a line, that's bullish. Okay, and I'm just look at your screen. That's bullish. In every bullish chart you will ever come across, you're going to have something that looks like this: up, sideways, up, sideways, up, rest, up, rest, up. Got a little carried away with the sleep there, right? It happens. And then we pop up again and we rest. We pop up. And then we get sloppy. We just get totally sloppy through there. Comes back down, and now we're starting again. See? Up, rest, up, rest, up, rest. Okay? Just like that. Thank you. Somebody just sent me a note. GE is one of those. I mean, come on, everybody. Everybody would love to have been in GE. And you see how it just moves up and rest, up, rest, up, rest, up, rest. Every single bullish chart you ever will look at in your entire trading career, will have that same type of setup. And so the thing of it is I want to try to make the best of that. And here NVIDIA is doing that. Here we're up and rest, up and rest. So what are the things going against this trade? All right. We haven't broken out. Yep. That could be a bad thing. It could be. But how do we know? We don't know. Earnings, that could be a bad thing. We don't know that. What if it does this tomorrow? And we've all seen this happen. Going into earnings, which tomorrow would be going into earnings, they earn. I'm guessing they report in the evening after market. Well, that could happen, and who's to say I'm not going to sell it? So let's just see what happens. Anyway, I want to share the trade. I want to share the setup on why. SCHW. Did I miss any questions here? You're about to experience the difference between man and other organisms. What strike did you buy NVIDIA at? I bought NVIDIA. I bought the June 895s. June 895s. Okay. Okay, so here's another one I bought, SCHW. And again, just take a look at this chart right here. Let's change this color. See how we move up, consolidate, up, consolidate, and we went down a little bit. Up, consolidate, up, consolidate, up, consolidate. I'm just following the trend is all I'm doing. And within the trend, we put in these little chart patterns like this, okay? So if we come over here, you can see here we had, a nasty bearish engulf. We came all the way down, and man, that right there could have been set up for a very nice short if it would have just had a little follow through this candle right here. But what happened instead, the bulls came in and took advantage of a lower price, popped it up, and it held. The next day it held. Okay, this tells me something. So here we just start walking sideways, and I chose to buy it today. Now this could have been bought yesterday, Friday, Thursday. I just chose to buy it today. So there's another one. Again, favorite chart patterns. That's what I'm going to look at here. City. I bought some City. I actually bought some City because a couple of members bought City, and here we are making that reversal. So a couple of members in the room, and I thought, well, you know what? That looks pretty good. And I was already thinking of looking at Bank of America, and Citi was in there. Wells Fargo wasn't doing so great, so it was really between Bank of America or Citi. And then a few members came out and bought Citi. Well, what the hell, I'll buy it too. So let's take a look at this. So here we rally up, and here we come back to the 50 period moving average. Now remember, smart money, and I'm not as smart as some folks, okay? I admit it. Just not there sometimes. Smart money, which I just don't have the guts to buy down here. I just really don't. Well, here we rally up and we hold, and then we start moving sideways. We start doing very well here. Price above the T-line, T-line above the trend indicator. Everything's starting to work. Here we come in, and if you just take this section, and sometimes I have to admit that it's an advantage I have is I've been doing this a long time. Sometimes I can see things that maybe, and you guys too, can see things that a newer trader can't see right away. And I'm sorry about that. Anybody that's a newer trader or maybe a struggling trader, it's going to take you a little time. Now, if you're a struggling trader, you need to stop struggling. You need to stop doing what you're doing and pay more attention to the chart. A little more study and a little less trading. Sorry to put it that way, but it's truth, okay? Newer traders, just stop trading right now and study charts for a while. But you'll get where you recognize things like this, and that's just a consolidation box, and we broke out. Now, some people might call that in the room a pop out of the box. I would never, ever call that because I don't think it is. But I can see where some people might call it that, especially if you box it in like this. But it is not a pop out of the box in my mind. But it is a consolidation area, a construction area. And here we break out. And from there, we went up, and here the sellers had a chance to knock it down, and they came right back to that price action support area and then brought it up. So at the end of the day, I bought some Citi, and I'm looking for this to go up. Okay. Oscar is another one I bought today. Sammy, I'll come right back to those and we'll look at them if you want. I just want to get through this if I could, okay? So Oscar is one that I bought today. And look how that thing went up and just went sideways. Now, here's something. Price got a little extended. To me, extended has nothing to do with oversold or overbought. I don't have, stochastics or anything over here. Extended to me is how far it's away from a moving average. Probably my base moving average would be the T-line. After that would be the trend indicator. So we move away too far. And I know when we move away too far, when you can see too much daylight through there, that's a problem. So here we start moving sideways, and as we move sideways, the T-line starts to catch up. Now, it doesn't work like this every single time, but when I see this, this is where I want to start buying. And here we are, right there. We're closing toward the end of the day. I'm talking the last hour of the day, closing strong, closing above those candles right there. In fact, we closed above the body on this one. That just seems like the bulls are still there. The bulls still think this thing is worth more money. How much money exactly? I could no more tell you than the man in the moon. Now, I know some people are going to put fib lines up there or other lines. And you know what? If you think that works and if you think that those are targets, I'm not against them. I didn't mean to say it quite like that, I guess. I don't use fib lines because for every chart that a fib line works, I could probably find you one where a fib line doesn't work. But if you're dedicated to fib lines, that's all you're going to look at. Nothing wrong with it. It's just follow price when it comes down to it. Follow price, I guess. So, like I say, I don't know, where we're going to end up going. I've got a 2020-21 high target up here. That's pretty dramatic, tell you the truth. And heck, I don't know if we're going to get up here to the 36 area. I don't know that. But I do know that it's sure acting bullish right now. I do know that. So, anyway, And what's another one? I think that's all I bought this afternoon. Yeah. All righty. Well, oh yeah, that was in the other account. Thanks, I forgot about that. Yeah, this is in the smaller account. I bought Walmart. So this is, first of all, I have to tell you that I love Walmart. Okay, I absolutely love Walmart. I love Walmart's story. I love the Walmart store. It has everything. I can go there and I don't have to go anywhere else. All right. I can buy a head of lettuce and a pair of socks at the same time. I love Walmart. I love one-stop shopping. So here Walmart gaps up, and I just don't understand. Well, Walmart split. I don't understand it holding at $64. Walmart is a $100 stock. I don't care how you look at that pie. It's just a $100 stock to me or more. So here it gapped up and then went sideways for a couple days. Well, I took a shot on it here, buying Walmart, and we'll see if it can make it to the 66 line. We'll see what happens there. But I'll be following the chart. This is kind of a rare trade for me. I don't usually trade gaps. That's why I led this off with, I love Walmart. All right. So I'm in love with it. And sometimes if I'm in love with a stock, I'll trade it a little different than I might normally would. But bottom line, here we're up. We consolidated, follow price, and we'll just see what price does. It's that simple. Okay. Pajamas at Walmart. Why not? Yeah, you could buy pajamas, a bathing suit, whatever you want. Yeah. They should have dividers in their carts. You shouldn't be able to mix a head of lettuce with the unmentionables. You just shouldn't be able to do that. All righty. On video, yeah. Yeah, Walmart spent a little time in trading range there. Yeah, a little time. And now it's getting serious. So, okay. Any questions? Anything at all? Anything at all? Let's see, anyone have any charts you want to take a look at? Here's a chart that I've closed out, and it's really setting up again. I bought SE on the 15th, closed it out on the 16th for 17%, and then closed it out for 13%, a little bit of a pullback. And then I think it's setting up here again. I mean, look at that. That's just looking like a great little trade right there. So SE, I think, is looking good. AMD, we bought some AMD here, closed it, bought some AMD and closed it just about at the top, almost, as it approached that 50-period moving average. Let's see, I've got it written down. I closed part of it at 14% before we got there, and then 31% near the top up here. So, but you can see that here. You know what? Let me get rid of all that. There we go. So look at this chart. See what's in there? Look at that reversal. Inverted head and shoulders. Then all of a sudden the bulls step in. They prove themselves. Time to buy. Time to buy. This market has led me a lot to, and it's because the market gets sluggish is what it is. It gets kind of soft and mushy, a little sluggish. And so what it leads me to do is to consider buys at the end of the day. And let's take AMD here, all right? So this chart looked like that. Well, that's where I closed it out. So if I was buying it, I wouldn't want to buy this maybe until the end of the day, because that would not be a buy right there, not under any circumstances. It's up 3 days. It failed the 50. The 50 rejected it, didn't fail it. The 50 just kind of pushed it back down. So I wouldn't be buying that there. And so, a lot of times the market opens up, everybody's in a rush to buy things. So, you run in to buy it. And then what happens is at the end of the day, it looks like this. And you're kicking yourself. You're mad at yourself. So maybe wait to that last hour sometimes, especially when the market is slow. Wait to the last hour. And then, you go after those charts that are setting up. Take BE. Maybe that's a buy for you. At the end of the day, AEF at the end of the day. Now, I know it kind of wrecks the whole theory that some people want. Buy low. So you want this to pull back. And there's nothing wrong with that. I love that. Believe me, I do. But there's a lot of charts, and I'm sure we can find there. Oscar, I think that's a pullback, and I bought that one today. Tesla's a big one. Let's look at Crocs, RCL. These are some that. Here we go. Goldman Sachs, that hasn't taken off. I mean, how much lower do you want to pay for it? And I get it. Some smarty pants is going to say they want to buy it down there. Well, good luck with that. The reality is very few people are going to buy it down there. Very few people. So, to me, this might have been a good buy. I already spent enough money. I couldn't buy that one. But Dell, look at Dell. Dell might be one to take a look at. WDC, no. Here, look at that. NEE, N-E-E. How much lower do you want to buy that? And, anyway, I think that's would have been a beautiful chart at the end of the day to buy right in there. Oh, I've got no idea when it'll split. Let's see here. Couple questions. Vern, hey Vern, related, all headed to the moon, perhaps until tomorrow. Yeah. Oracle, Oracle's a great looking chart there. Look at that. And here, let's talk about Oracle. I'm going to flag that. Thank you, Vern. Here's another thing too that I like. When the 50 is trending and we pull back and come back above it, when we start to cross over, and I'm not interested in this today. I'm not. I want this to actually go higher, and I want it to rest. But when the T-line and the trend indicator cross over the 50, that's something that I'm going to look for. Now, I know without a shadow of a doubt, I know like I'm going to eat some food tomorrow, like the sun is going to come up tomorrow, like I'm going to drink coffee tomorrow. I know this so much that it has helped me with patience, that I don't need to get into this because Vern said it's going to the moon, because that's what happens. Sometimes somebody will hey, this is a great looking chart, it's going to go to the moon, and then there's people pile in, rush into it. Well, I know for a fact, and this is not the fact, I'm going to assume that it actually goes up more. It may kind of wobble a little bit here and then go up, but I know for a fact it's going to pull back. I know this like I know the sun's going to come up tomorrow. Now, over here, the T-line and the trend indicator will be coming over the 50. When that happens, that gives me the green light. Now I can go shop, looking for that bullish bar or bullish bars in there. Okay. And then what? Google. I won't spend as much time on these. Google's just a no-brainer. It's just a no-brainer trade. Nvidia. Yeah, I think Nvidia goes higher. I do. Microsoft. That's one of those no-brainers. Dell's on my watch list to buy on this pullback here. Pullback. You know, we'll see what happens here. Monday's a holiday, okay? So you might want to think about that. I know that I'll be out of most of my positions, a lot of them maybe, by Friday, because I just don't want to carry them over 3 days. So something to think about there. And then AI is rocking, absolutely. Please take a look at INTAP. I sure will. INTAP. INTAP, nice bullish chart. Man, I can't argue with that chart. Let's look at the weekly. All right, so what I'm going to do is just draw a line right there. And this is what? 2,000. Good grief. 2,000 highs. Wow, how far back do we have to go? So here's what I'm going to do. So you've got about a 32% to the 2,000 highs. Right now we're trending, right? Everything is working. Everything is how we want it to be. So that's exactly what I would shoot for. Now in this chart, just follow the trend. And here, what am I going to do? What am I trying to do here? Move that down. Let's move this over a little bit. There we go. All right. So, yeah, we'll do it this way. We'll make it blue. There we go. So, as this that's the wrong blue. That blue doesn't work out so well. Oh, Rick, come on. Blue. There we go. All right. So, there we go. Sorry, it's like I've never done this before. So here we are. We've broken out right there. Right. Wow, I really haven't done this before. Right here. So we've broken out, up, up. Your choice, I don't know, maybe you're in it, who knows. I love the chart, so this looks great. Hey, Gwen, sorry, I didn't know it was you. Nice move up. I don't know if I'd be a buyer right away on it because we're getting pretty high, but if you're already in it, just simply keep moving that stop up. But watch for those that want to buy it, watch for the pullback. Watch for that rest, and then watch for that buy signal here. Just like that. Just like this. Up. And so you miss this. There's your clue. There's your song is starting to play right here. And then boom. You get to that spot that you actually know the words for. How everybody will, and then all of a sudden they know a small phrase and then they start singing it. That's it right there. Boom. Be a buyer. So here we are. Boom. Making money. So now we might wait for it and just keep doing that all the way up. All the way up. If it gets a little too ugly in here, if it falls too far, if that trend breaks, just be patient. Wait for that trend to get going again and then back in it. Anyway, I love that INTAP. That looks like a great chart. Ed, thank you again. Ed posted that link out there. If anyone is interested in the coming class on June 2nd, that's a Sunday. The purpose of being Sunday is we'll be looking for charts set up for the next week. My goal will be everyone who takes the class to make your money back. And I will make that a personal goal there. To hunt down those stocks that will help us make that money back for you. So anyway, and remember, members of Hit and Run Candlesticks, right way options are BYOB. Please don't click on that link. We'll just have to give your money back. We've got something else, okay, for you. Let's see. Ricky, thoughts on APO? APO, I love it. I love it a lot. Little sloppy through here. I just reading what somebody just wrote me, and I just read it because it's kind of sloppy right through here. But I like the consolidation. So I think what we need on this is let's go to a weekly chart, and I just want to peek at the weekly. Yeah, I think what we need is a breakout on this. That would make me personally feel better. I think it would set a lot of things up better. Okay. I'm going to jump over to a monthly chart just so I can see everything, and I can see we're making a whole all-time new highs here, okay? So that's a nice chart if we break out, and that's what I would watch for. So breakout, let's watch for the setup. Say in this area right here. I love that. Yeah. And why can't this be a 20% move? Why can't it be a 20% move? Man, I think it could. I love that chart. I love that chart on that breakout. Thank you very much for that. Just a second, I need to check something over here. All right, let's see here. Coin's going to need to move up higher. You know, one of the things that I've learned in trading, and it's probably more my style. I know a lot of good traders that, are buying coin here, buying it right now. Probably more my style, but I want more of a trend. All right. I look at a chart, especially like coin. Look, coin could be up here, right? We all know coin could go there. I mean, here it is at 200. Why can't it go to 350? So I would rather move over that 50 period moving average. I would rather see some bullishness. Let's come over here. See how this got green right here? I would rather let all the cowboys and cowgirls go after it over here. Let this thing prove itself. Let it come back down to a place where you can be a buyer and then be a buyer. Here, I'm not too thrilled on it. But that doesn't mean it can't be bought, okay? This is just not my game right here. I've tried this and it doesn't work out as many times as you would like it to. So I would rather have some proof. I want that trend in there. I want those green dots to be in there. And then I'll go in and maybe look at it. I hope that helps, CJ. WMB. Well, bullish. I'm going to look at the weekly. One reason I look at the weekly, mostly, I could look at the monthly too. I just want to see what's over here on the left. So I see this high right in there. Let's go see what that is. Ooh, that's big. That's real big. That's big. Right now, nice bullish move. We've got a breakout. I wouldn't be a buyer. I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole right now until it gives us a rest. It's been up too many days to be a buyer. Of course, if you're in it, raise your stop. It's definitely a bullish chart. Definitely, to me, it looks like it's going higher until it's not. And so I don't know where you are. Are you an owner? Are you looking to buy it? No. A lot of people leave those things out for me. So I've got to guess at it sometimes. Hey, Gwen, 76% gain, another 33 sounds great. I'm with you. I'm going to watch that one too. Thank you. AORT. Thank you for sharing your in at 1688. Wow. Wow. Holy crap. Wow. All right. So you got in somewhere over here. Nice. Super, super, super. This, by the way, is looking like a great trade if you ask me. I'm going to jump to that monthly just to get these tops over here. That's all. Daily. Nice target up there. Excellent. 30%. Super. Nice gap up. Look how that's consolidating. For those that aren't in it, this might be a pretty nice trade. And I would be looking for a breakout. We pop up. I would say 23.95. It kind of triggers. If somebody wanted to use that high, that would make sense too. 24.20 might be a good trigger to be a buyer. So boom, buy. Nice target up there. And the target is like something to shoot for, but follow price, follow the trend as long as it works. Nice entry. Congratulations. I'm going to flag that. Super trade. Wow. Way to go. IN07, I hear you. You have a great evening. You've probably already turned in, so thank you for being here. Thoughts on how? Can somebody draw me a line down there, please? Thoughts on how? I wish you would have gave me a little help, Gary, like long or short. Right now, I think the chart sucks, okay? So I'm not about to short anything in a bullish market, and that thing is about as far from a bull as I could possibly get. So I don't know if you're looking long or short. It's a bull market, so I don't think it should be shorted. That's just my thinking, okay? I'm very one-dimensional. I only go one way. I can't go two ways. Just me. Outside of that, if the market was weak, this would be a short. If the market was weak, okay? Snow. Snow is one that I have talked about a couple times in the trading room. It's on my watch list. I think it has great potential, but it's not there yet. And I'm not a guesser. I don't want to guess. I think it's putting in a very nice bottom. I think it's constructing very well. The only way I'm going to buy snow is if it shouts at me. It needs to shout at me a little bit. And then I think we go up here. I've already got the box set in there. So, like I say, I think it's got a very nice bottom. We've talked about it a couple times in the trading room recently. I like the setup. I like what it's doing. It just hasn't given me a reason to be in it. And a good bottom is just not a reason for me. It's not a reason to pull that trigger to buy it. But if it gave me some nice bullish attitude and then rested, that's what I'm going to be looking for. Something like this. So a little bit of bullish attitude, and go ahead, do it another day. And then what we want is a little bit of rest. And then what we're going to look for is a little bit of bullish attitude. And that would give us a reason to be a buyer in it. So it could start tomorrow. I don't know. But when it does, I'm prepared for it. So, Mr. Peterson, how you doing? I know, 76%. Gwen does that a lot. Big numbers like that. Gwen does that a lot. Yeah. John, coal stocks have decided to join up in the move in the metals. BTU. Wow, that's kind of a blast from the past, isn't it? Yeah, but you know, how can you be in love with it? I mean, really, I don't know where there's love here. I really don't know. Sorry to put some doubting on that chart for you. So let's just draw a line from here to here. Yeah, now let's go back to the daily. There you go. Above that line, there could be some love there. And to that line, 9-10% maybe, if somebody wanted to fight all that trash and garbage, all that in there, then that would be fine. I mean, I'm not going to do it. But over that downtrend line, you could have game on. Right now, that 50-period moving average is still headed down. The 200-period moving average is above the 50. That's no good at all unless there's a big gap between the two. And so anyway, yeah, I can't say I'm in love with that. Sorry. EQX. I could be in love with that chart. Look how that thing rallied up, pulled back, and now we're starting to get back in that rally. We're over the 50-period moving average, and it is trending up. It could certainly be a buy right now. Gold has been doing quite well. T-line and trend indicator move over the 50, and I think you've got gold right there. So that's a pretty nice chart. There's that weekly. You're facing that 200-period moving average there. Still, that's 14% away. So that could be a very nice trade right in there. Very nice. Wait for a pullback bounce on WMB. Yeah. We've been up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. That's a no buy. No way. You got to have the rest. I mean, it's already on borrowed time. I mean, just go back and look at the chart. So let's do this. Just look at the up days. And what happens? Every one of those. Why is this one any different? So you may squeak an extra day out of it. It's going to give you the pullback. And then look for the buying. Yeah. Otherwise, what happens is you buy it here, then you have to live with the pullback. And that just ruins your day. That just absolutely ruins your day. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Rusty. Appreciate it. Malcolm, thank you very much. Okay. Got in some AR today. Why? Sorry. All right. So, Alan says, got into AR today. I'm assuming long. That could be wrong. But I have to ask why. Why? Yeah. No. Yeah. Maybe you can let us know. I just don't see a trade there right now. I really don't see a trade. For whatever it's worth, I'm in XOM, and I'm probably going to dump it if it just gets any more ugly here. Yeah, I'm in this one. It's not working out the way I want. Energy is not exactly going crazy right now. And that AR, I just don't understand the buy in it. Unless it's just, trying to pick that bottom. Unfortunately, it could slide down a bit more. Yeah, a little bit more. Anyway. All right, folks, I got to run. I promised my wife. We'll blame it on her. Thank you, everyone. I absolutely appreciate everybody being here. I truly, truly do. And Hit Run Candlesticks members, we'll see you in the trading room tomorrow. And just put a link up for our trial. Trial's only $24.50 a month. I think it's worth it by a long shot. So anyway, hope to see everybody in the room tomorrow, okay? You guys all take care. Thank you so very much. Have a great night.